everyone, TGIS, thank God it's spring. I worked at WeWork for 5 years, and every Monday we had TGIM, which is thank God it's Monday. And I'm gonna be real with you, it actually made you feel way more pumped to start a new week than normal because they paired it with a fun event or treat, and that's what we're gonna talk about today, sort of. We're gonna talk today about if you're feeling pretty unhappy with where you're at in life, like if you dread Mondays or whatever day starts a new week for you, or if you want to be somewhere else in life but aren't, etc., etc. That's our topic today. Now, before we begin, for my new friends here, hi, I'm Julie Bethany, and I create content to empower you to live your best, most authentic life as the truest you version of who you are. And I give you tools and resources to do that here. And I should say, if we're not official friends yet, I'd love to keep hanging out with you, and we can do that if you subscribe to the show here and or come hang out with me where I'm most active, which is on the gram at Julie Bethany, where I share daily empowerment for you in even more bite-sized bits. Okay, let's get to it. Our agenda. Today we'll talk about how to understand why you're feeling unhappy, because until we understand what the real issue is, we're only going to be symptom managing and not solving the real ish as an issue. And we want to get to the root and fix the problem there so we can start growing prettier things in our lives. Next, we'll talk about how to identify what things you want to work toward that will make you feel happier, because we're going to talk about how one of the greatest strategies to feel happier, spoiler alert, is to have something positive you're working toward. Then we'll talk simple strategies that have a huge impact on improving your happiness, because we overcomplicate so many things. And when you're feeling unhappy with where you're at in life, you're likely overthinking, overcomplicating, and experiencing overwhelm to the point of inaction, which is probably making it worse. So we're gonna simplify to enhance today. All right, let us begin with how to understand why you're feeling unhappy. Once upon a time, and many times thereafter, because I too take a while to learn my lessons, I'm the problem, it's me. I found myself so unhappy in a job, and I was treating the symptoms of the issue instead of addressing the issue. Like, I would feel so tired, so I would just veg out on weekends, which is not like me, when what I could have been doing was spending my time applying for other roles, for example, but I didn't realize that I had so much power to change my circumstances. And I really want to stress that today. We can acknowledge the fact that your circumstances may really suck, but you're not stuck in suck. If you zoom out, you realize you may have way more power than you think to actively work to change your circumstances, even when you're currently caught up in them, which is where we want to actively work on them. And we'll talk more about strategy soon, but I want to start by finding the root cause of your unhappiness. So, what's making you unhappy? What's making you feel stressed? What is creating these frustrating circumstances for you? Is it your job? Is it your relationship? Is it living in a place or an environment that you dislike? Have you outgrown something? Is it multiple factors? And often, by the way, one thing impacts the other. So don't freak out if you're like, oh my gosh, it's everything falling apart, because chances are it's just one big root issue that's negatively impacting the others, and the others will improve when that thing changes. So what's the main issue in your life right now causing you unhappiness? Chances are you feel it and you know. What's the one thing throwing everything else off? Like, your sleep might be bad, but it might be because your sig other or significant other is constantly picking fights with you around bedtime. The sleep is an issue, yes, but the root issue and what caused the other issue is perhaps a toxic relationship in that example. Another way to look at this, if you're still unsure, is to ask yourself, what is the one thing that, if it changed, would make me instantly feel light or better and give me more energy to change other things in a positive way? Okay, so once you've identified what's having the largest negative impact on your life, let's look at what we want to replace it with. Let's identify what things you want to work toward that will make you feel happier. Usually this is the opposite of what you're experiencing now. So if you're in a toxic relationship, it's most basically getting out of that relationship, right? Like, remove the issue or fix the issue or replace the issue. For example, you could leave that relationship, which is removing the issue. You could go to couples therapy, which is fixing the issue. Or you could also find a new sigad, which is replacing the issue. Or you can try all three and start by trying to fix the issue then removing the issue if it's not fixable, then ultimately filling in the gap with a replacement. Fix, remove, and or replace the issue. Those are our options. I also have a full episode on what it's like to date and heal after dating a narcissist, so fun, which is episode 39. So if that's your literal issue, that's your resource. But we do need to decide what we're going to do about it. We need to action plan because otherwise we'll keep feeling unhappy in our circumstances, or they'll get even worse and impact other areas of our lives negatively if they aren't already. So we need to take some action. So we either need to plan a way to fix, remove, and or replace the issue entirely. So what will you do? What's your desired outcome? Running with the same example, if you want to be in a healthier relationship, which of those actions do you want to take? Fix, remove, or replace? Or run through the order of operations of trying all three. So we need to first decide on your desired outcome. Then secondly, decide what you're going to do and if that's to fix, remove, and or replace the issue. Because we don't just want to run away from something, we want to run toward something better, right? Okay, so now we've discovered what the biggest issue is and largest contributor to our current dissatisfaction with life and unhappiness, and what we want to experience in our lives instead, and if we want to try and fix, remove, or replace that issue. And that will determine which strategy you use to move forward to feel happier in the easiest way for you. And I have used this quote so many times, but I still love it, and it applies here, and attributed to JFK, a rising tide lifts all boats. If we fix that primary issue even a little, we're going to see immediate improvement in every area of our lives. So we're going to tackle one thing to start as we look at our strategies to make this easy and not even more stressful on ourselves. And we'll then see a positive impact in our lives overall pretty quickly, if not immediately. So let's talk simple strategies that have a huge impact on improving your happiness. One is taking one small step every day toward your goal, which is to fix, remove, or replace the issue you have. I'm going to say it twice or 10 times because it's nice. So if I'm unhappy in my job, I can update my resume today. Tomorrow, I can update my LinkedIn to match my resume. The next day, I can reach out to a recruiter. The day after that, I can apply to 5 roles that I like when I get home with that fresh resi and LinkedIn, and so on and so forth. And once you feel that momentum, you will feel better too, because you know that you're actively working, no matter how quickly or slowly, toward improving your life, and that will make you feel better just to know that the light at the end of the tunnel is approaching, thanks to you taking baby steps toward it. The next thing you can do is schedule intentional small moments of joy in your life. You can plan a yoga class if you like that. It sounds so peaceful to me. Namaste. My favorite is scheduling a dinner or happy hour or call with a friend after work to look forward to. You can also full-on plan a trip if you have the resources. You could block your calendar and take a walk during lunch. But especially when you're unhappy overall, it's even more important to ensure you're putting things in your schedule intentionally to lift your mood and make you feel happier that you love to do. Another thing you can do is celebrate small wins. Oh, you made it through another stressful MBR or QBR, as in monthly or quarterly business review. One of my best friends is deep in highly stressful QBR presentations right now, which is why I'm thinking of that example. But you can decide to get your favorite treat after the presentation or get a relaxing massage. I did that earlier this week. Or whatever you like. You can also look for small joys. I also have a full episode on glimmers, which are the opposite of triggers, and are small things that bring you joy that usually are unexpected, that appear in your life if you're looking for them. And glimmers can come from things like taking a walk in the park and observing the birds singing around you, which is actually proven to calm you, or finding a new flower that just blossomed and it's spring when this episode comes out. And that episode on glimmers was actually my first video episode of the podcast, Wild, and it's episode 21 if you want to learn more. Finally, you can also use what I'm going to call the TGIM method. If you despise something like Monday because you're really not enjoying your job, target that day or thing you really dislike and make it your new favorite in another part of the day. That's where you're going to implement that weekly yoga class or boxing class with the person stressing you out's face on the punching bag. This turned violent real fast. Or watching The Bachelor and why did the Golden Bachelor just end their marriage? We were rooting for you, Care Bear. Anyway, the place you're most stressed in your week is where you want to add something right afterward that you love and will get you through the stressful moments and zen you out as you work to get out of that situation entirely. It'll help you survive as you work toward being able to thrive. Okay, quick recap. If you're feeling unhappy, you can instantly improve your life and overall happiness by 1. Finding the root cause of your unhappiness or what's making you the most unhappy right now. Then 2, deciding what you want in its place to make you happier, which will be the goal you work toward. You can then fix, remove, and or replace the issue. And finally, you can 3, use strategies to take small steps forward, celebrate small wins, and bring small glimpses of happiness into your life to help you survive this season as you work toward one where you can thrive. And you'd be surprised how quickly you get there just by taking baby steps. All right, I can't wait to see all you do and create with this one precious life you have that you are even more in control of than you may feel like right now. And if you like this episode, will you do me a favor and give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, rate it, or subscribe? Because I would love to keep hanging out with you here or on Instagram at Julie Bethany. And if you want to go even deeper and you're feeling truly stuck and want someone, aka me, to guide you through the exact simple steps of getting unstuck and getting moving on your goal right now to feel happier, I have a completely free mini course you can watch now and also a full-length one if you really love it. And you can find that at juliebethany.com/courses or in the show notes here. And I'll put a clip in after Kippen makes her episodely appearance too. I hope you go today and start to live the life of your dreams as the best, most authentic, truest to you version of yourself you can be. Because when you do that, you show others it's possible for them too. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. She was ready. She knew that it was her time to shine. Kippen, you say hello? Good girl. More hello. Oh my gosh, you're so good. You're not facing the camera though. More? So good. Okay, say hello. Okay, good baby. Okay, bye everyone. Good. Good baby. I interrupt myself for this very important announcement. You're so welcome. I am beyond excited to share with you that I have a free mini course you can take right now, but also maybe wait until after you finish this episode, but to each their own, I'm not going to stop you from doing you. But the course is about helping you get unstuck and re-inspired if you feel like you're in a place like a lot of us do often, honestly, where you just don't know what you want next for your life, or if you do, how to get it. The mini course includes 10 quick minutes of me sharing strategies to help you get unstuck and re-inspired, and comes with a complimentary one-page journal entry you can download for you to work through what you want for your life and how to create the momentum to get what you want next for yourself in the easiest and fastest way possible. And you'll take away actionable items you can apply right away. And as a bonus, after the initial course, if you still left wanting more, I'll tell you about my full-length version of that course that will walk you through creating a goal and a plan to achieve it in order to get you closer to the life of your dreams you want to be living, and the exact steps to do that over the next 3 months. I will hold your lovely hands in mine and guide you toward figuring out what you want and then how to get it efficiently if you want to take it a step further. I shall run the marathon with you after the sprint so that in 3 months you will have achieved something you really want in your life. All good things take time, so for the sake of the best version of yourself and the life you could be living 3 months from now, which will fly by, you don't need to put off your dreams any longer. You deserve to live the life of your dreams as soon as possible, because why not? So let's start today. I'm ready. Are you? To check it out and get the free mini course so you can apply the tools to improve your life right away, and or to learn more about the full-length course about going from stuck to re-inspired and really crushing a massive goal in only 3 months' time with me, the links are included with this episode. I can't wait to see what you create for your life with it. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming.